Hail, brothers and sisters! My name is Captain Meatshield, and welcome back to Attack on Factorio. I'm just trying to figure out what needs to be done. There's a lot, by the looks of things, but it's figuring out what needs to be done first. So bear with me a sec, I'm just going to check over everything. Okay, one thing I have an idea on for now is I'm going to build up my first wall. It's going to be the central wall that's going to encase everything that's going to be central to my little colony, I think. However I decide to put this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the breaks that are in, like, all of the landmass that's between all of these little lakes. I'm going to use those to my advantage, and I'm going to like wall them all off and set turret defenses up behind them, because then I can just consolidate all of my weaponry in certain spots, and then I know what areas I need to be looking after. So let's get started with that. And the railway research is finished, so let's go for automated rail transportation. Yes, because that means we can like further, and then there's rail signals after that, so we can get our train systems up and running as soon as we need them. I need walls, so I think first things first is... oh, there's a little single splodge of oil over here. You're hardly going to be worth dealing with in the future, aren't you? Actually, I should restock on basic supplies, I think. That could be handy, because I'm sure there's a stockpile of them by now. Yeah, loads. Have all those, I'll have all those. Copper is running down low, so that's not very good. I need to upgrade this smelting. Oh, it's because I started the ammunition production. That's what's done it. Okay, my bad. I'll come fix you in a bit. Okay, eastern defenses seem to be in place. I'm going to repurpose these guns just to put along this southern bit, so we're guarded on all fronts. Let's put some of this ammunition in here, because this is just going to go to waste sitting in my own inventory. And we can bring down all these walls. Oh, this is a slow process. That northern wall is really where it needs... the defenses need reinforcing though, so that should be my main focus. But for now, I just want to get everything walled in. We can develop from there. I'm going to need more ammunition. Shit. Okay, maybe I should upgrade my copper smelting now, because I really do think it needs it. There we go. I pretty much quadrupled the output on my copper production, I think. So that, to start with, is fantastic, and good god, that northern wall is getting attacked like nobody's business. Don't know what I mean by that, but okay. Also, this is going to be horrendously unbalanced, so let me try and fix this. Oh, I turned off all the power! That's better, that should do it. Yeah. Lovely job. Could do with putting some faster belts in, but we'll get to that in the future, I suppose. What's going on down here? Oh shit, I disconnected power. Ooh, whoops. There we go. Can we have some copper, please? Lovely. I'm going to need to expand that mining operation at some point as well, I think. What's going on with you? You run out of fuel. Okay, fine. I'll go and grab some. Right. What was I doing? Walls! That was it. Okay, I'm going to go and check on the north wall just to make sure that things are all right up here. Because, knowing my luck, everything's going to go tits up sometime soon. Well, actually, this has worked quite nicely put together, so I can... spacing along all this is quite good. I can put in a good set of walls here. Yep. And closed for business. I do need turrets. That's another thing. It's going to take a long time to completely secure this area. But hopefully we won't make too much of a mess out of it. Automated rail transportation has finished. What a lovely piece of research. Oh, hello, biters! Ha ha ha! My northern front, I suppose, is completely sealed off. You're not getting in anytime soon. So now all I need to do is close off this western pass and then seal up the south. That's gonna take a lot more in the way of guns. But once all the walls are in place, I'm not gonna need any of the internal guns again. Although I will probably eventually go about like repurposing, like replacing guns that are on like internal areas, just because it's always good to have a backup, because the biters will evolve, or the bugs will evolve, and eventually they're going to be fairly formidable. But by that time, I should be as well, which is great. Kind of out of ammo though. What research am I going to do next? Oh yeah, the rail signals. I'm only giving them like a few magazines at the moment because this armor-piercing stuff, in comparison with the regular rounds, the regular ammunition that you can craft from the like moment you start the game, armor-piercing ammo is so much more powerful, especially in turrets. Turret damage is significantly higher than what you're capable of with your own weaponry. Oh, that eastern wall is being attacked. It looks like it's doing the job though, which is awesome stuff. Oh, look at that. No, you ain't getting in. Certainly not getting in along this south wall. Bristling with guns. I'm going to have to move all this though when I expand the copper field, or the mining. Whatever it is I plan on doing with this bloody factory, I'm going to need to do something. I'm going to get rid of this fucking ammo. I don't want this. The peasant ammunition. There we go. We are completely sealed in. I'm rather pleased with this. It's only taken a few episodes and we've got the basis of our first wall established. It's going to go through some revisions. I'm thinking that the central... Within the central wall is going to be all of the power systems, which is going to start out as like duplicates of this steam column, which from the game that I've currently been playing, which is nearly at completion, like the maximum I've had as far as steam columns goes, I've had 4 setups like this, just because it makes a nice pattern. I like the way it looks. I play this very much to faff about with the aesthetic of how all my stuff looks. Like when it comes down to like smelting setups, how I lay out my stations. There's loads of stuff you can do with flooring, especially since like the last update came out, or the last big update. They like brought in a different type of flooring that's got like, you know, the green and not green, yellow and black like hazard lines, and it looks really cool. I use it for like laying out stuff. But yeah, I like working out layouts for my factories and spending hours and hours and hours at doing it, and I need to get a life. I kind of like it. It's fun. Okay, what needs to be done? I want to start going about upgrading the rest of these belts. Yeah, I'm going to need to upgrade my copper supply as well, because only half of these furnaces are functioning, and that's not good for production. I need to upgrade. There we go, more than doubled the copper supply, and we've got one of these nice little belt balancers in to keep both sides of the belt looking satisfied, I think is the word. It's probably not the word, but it's the word that I'm going with, so we'll just leave it at that. How is the power doing? Are we... Satisfaction... right, okay, so we are going to need some more power. How am I going to lay this out? Right, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my next steam column. I think... Do I want it to be to the south of the current one? I don't know. It's going to end up forming a big square. That's as much as I can tell you right now. I need to stop hitting my microphone. Right, let's put it along here. Oh, wait, that's not right. Oh, waiting for pipes to craft is the biggest pain in the arse in this game. Okay, right. I'm going to replace some of these power poles as well, because these ones are just fucking ridiculous. I hate these little wooden poles. Just let everything just run along and fire up the new system. Here we go. Way! Now that's what I like to see. Unlimited power! Until I run out of coal. And then I need to do something about the power. I also need to do something about replacing these belts, because yellow belts... No, I'm already done with yellow belts. I want to outmode them and replace everything with red belts. Because they're so much faster. But they take so long to craft. But I do think these walls are doing well. I'm going to have to go up and check on the north wall, just to make sure that nothing's managed to bite its way through yet, but I don't think it has. I think there's enough guns up there to last quite a while. Okay, the coal supply has been entirely red belted. Well, up to as far as the initial system. But it's slowly starting to run down. We can replace these bits with red belts. We'll get some more gears so we can make more red belts. There we go. Now, all of this has been supplied with coal. It's all red belted. Everything is running smooth and efficient, and that's a lamp. Our power supplies are ridiculous. We're not even using... We're using just over a third of our capability. So, yes! Power supplies are good. I am pleased with this. Dismantle all this wall, making it look so rubbish. I think what I am going to do is, like, I'm going to eventually... we're going to be transferring much of the kind of power production over to solar battery or solar arrays with accumulator stations and stuff, which is quite a way down the line, but it will become somewhat of a necessity, provided I don't want the bugs to completely outclass me as far as their numbers and evolutionary strength goes, because, oh god, they're going to be horrendously powerful eventually. Like, the bulk, as the factory grows, the bulk of the power supply is going to come from the solar arrays. The steam engines I will keep in place. I don't think I'm ever going to dismantle them. Now that they're, like, established, this is where they're going to stay. They're always going to be a landmark as far as this factory goes, and as far as this... I don't even know what I'm going to be calling this. Whether it's a factory, whether it's a colony, because it's got like the whole kind of Attack on Titan influence to it. I don't know, like, what to call it. If anybody has any suggestions on like how this whole place should be referred, please suggest something in the comments. And if it sounds like something I like the idea of for a naming system, then we'll go with it. I'm half tempted to like go about naming all of the districts as well for when they eventually start cropping up and having their various roles, as far as like, you know, ore outposts and like whatever district is going to be responsible for building circuits and various other things. There will be places that will want names, and because of things like these stone bricks, which you can just, you know, place on the ground, you can kind of use it to spell stuff out. It works better when you've got the various different types of flooring material. Stone bricks are the easiest one, because you just smelt them from stone, and then you can lay them on the floor or make them into walls and various other things. But when you get concrete as well, you can do like kind of ASCII arts, if you know, you all know what that sort of stuff is. But you can basically do very, very basic kind of pixel lettering and drawings and stuff. And it's quite... I've seen like people go about like when they make little outposts and stuff, they put out nameplates on the ground so that you can, you even see them on the map, which is quite a cool little feature, and I'm likely to be doing that at some point, so... more shooting speed. Good. So that is one thing to bear in mind. It will be something I'll get to at some point, but as and when the districts start popping up and they get their various roles, there will be a need to start laying down nameplates for them, so something to bear in mind for the future. Not yet, but it will happen. How's everything going? I think everything's going okay. Because of the amount of resources we've got around, we're not really going to need to be kind of expanding out anywhere too soon, really. I mean, we've even got, some oil here, so getting up to level 3 science isn't going to take too much effort. But I really do want to expand outwards. Now that bug base up in the northwest is looking fairly menacing, and I reckon that's where the majority of attacks are coming from. But then there's these huge copper and iron deposits to the northeast, and man, do they look inviting. But I think if I set up outposts around them, that I would be mining them for the rest of the game, which is kind of defeating the purpose of what I want to achieve with this. Oh, here comes a biter swarm. Here comes a biter swarm. There goes a biter swarm. It's quite fun to watch all the like attacks happening via the map. So you just see these little blips run in and then disappear once they get shot to pieces. Yeah, that north wall is taking a bit of a battering. I am half tempted to load up on ammunition and go out with some turrets and do a turret creep just in order to kind of wipe out the bases that are up there, because they are going to be problematic, and they are going to grow in strength and numbers the more the pollution they eat up. But because of the desert above to the north of this place, there's not much that can really be done. The pollution is going to spread. There are no trees to hamper it. So there really is very little that can actually be done about biter bases in the north. All I can do is just go and wipe them out, and then eventually they're just going to respawn, recolonize, and then death for me, probably. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Ooh, on the subject of solar energy, let's research how to make solar panels, because that's going to be handy at some point in the future. But I am going to maximise as much as I can out of these steam engines just to piss the bugs off a little bit more. But we are also having the resources in order to be able to build rails. And I might set up my first rail station, because what I want for my first rail station is... fuck, where am I actually going to place it? I might need to shift my steam engine columns over a bit, because what I want is I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, because you guys aren't really going to see where I'm aiming at. Round about where I am, here, where this steam engine is, I want rails going north, and I want... My central station is going to be there to supply coal to the steam engines, and it's going to be running directly through the steam engine columns. So I need to move my steam engine columns in order to make room for the rails, because I don't want them winding about all over the place. Because once the iron and copper fields are completely depleted, there's going to be plenty of space for building whatever the fuck I want. Am I really going to have to rejig all this stuff in order to make room for my plans? Oh, why do I do this to myself? Okay. I'm doing it. It's going to be a ridiculous decision and everything's going to shut down. But it needs to be done. For my own sanity. Oh, there we go. Everything's just lost power. It's okay. The turrets run on their own steam. Well, I don't know what the turrets run on, but they don't require any electricity, so that's good. And the lack of pollution coming from everything will hopefully let the bugs kind of calm down a little bit while I'm rejigging everything. Why am I doing this? This is just going to be a colossal waste of time. No, I want to do this. I want to get things set up the way that I want them. I'll be back in, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Probably not that long, but we'll be back soon. Oh god, there's so much coal that needs to be thrown out of my inventory. Bloody hell. Why did I pick so much up? Oh yeah, I was redoing the entire system. Right, now I need power poles, and I think then I'm done. Okay, there we go. The system is up and running again. The only problem is I need to connect power back to everything else. Huzzah! The entire factory is back up and running. Oh, it took a while, but I need to get this coal supply set back up so that the smelters can make some use out of it. Okay, I think that is nicely set up. I've got this coal supply running directly through all of the steam columns, and it's getting split off so everything can remain fueled. I might want to increase my coal supply though, because that does look like it's going to start wearing a little thin, but it should be okay. Oh, being attacked on all fronts now. Okay, I think things are alright. I still have plenty of leftover turrets that I can deploy as and when needed. Right, I want to make sure that I get this station the right size. So I'm going to overextend my rails for a little while, just to make sure that it's all going to fit. This is most likely going to be a southbound train, I think, just because of some arbitrary decision of mine. Plug it there. We're going to end up having not like a two-way rail system, like kind of like, you know, road systems have, like, you know, one goes one direction and then the other side goes the other. So I'm going to be setting up something like that. So this is going to be a station that will be renamed to Central South, because it's going to be a southbound station, and it is going to be in the Central District, which is going to be all the power supply stuff. So that is that station set up, pretty much. Let's put our first train down. Now, one thing I absolutely loved about Factorio when I first found out about it was the whole train system. It's like getting to have your own model village kind of thing. And it's just, I'm someone who likes things that feel like kind of model kits and stuff. And that's kind of what I get off of this game. It sort of feels like you're getting to sit around and play with Lego, that kind of thing. Right, let's completely fuel you, and I'm going to change the colour up on this so that each of my trains is going to be a set colour for its type of cargo. And this is going to be a coal train, so it is going to have black locomotives. Black for coal. Right. Let's send you to your send you to your station, where you shall rest, and we can set things up properly in the next episode. I am going to leave this off here. I don't know how this is going to get chopped down, so I am going to apologise if this is a shorter episode. My faffing around with building all the walls and redoing the entire steam setup. Oh, yeah, oh dear, a couple of furnaces are out of coal. I'll deal with that later. But we are making some progress. Our first temporary wall has been set up. Our power system is starting to feel a little more permanent, and we're making a start on building our railways. So progress is being made. It is, again, slow progress, but it is good progress. I'm feeling a little more secure behind these walls. We've got ammunition production, so we can start topping up the guns with better and better ammunition and more of it. And we can start like refining where we want to put walls, where we want to keep everything set. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying this. Things are going well. So yes, going to leave this episode off here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more Let's Plays or metal covers from me, you can check out the playlists that are on the channel, and you can follow the links in the description below to follow me on social medias. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Michio, signing off. Damn it. Come on, you're going to have to toss me. Yeah. Oi! There we go, that's a significant toss.